Alright, what's up everybody? How's it going? It's Burke, aka Dansko8 here, back with another live stream session. Hope everybody's doing well today. Let me know if you can see and hear me, and we can start to crack on with today's session. It should be quite an intense one. Alright, nice. Okay. Good stuff. Welcome everybody. So we towards the end of the last session, things actually started to get legitimately intense for the first time. So of course what we're doing here is the Auto-Haste mod, where every single enemy and boss we encounter is going to have Auto-Haste kind of by default, and we won't be able to remove it. And obviously, kind of as I expected, the start of the game was relatively okay, especially given the circumstances, but if we are doing something like a no sphere grid restriction on top, then the agility difference between ourselves and what we're facing is going to obviously keep growing the further in we go. And once you add Auto-Haste into the mix as well, it's just going to become increasingly brutal and potentially impossible. So we're still kind of just having fun with it for now. Like we've been able to make progress, and it's already started to get much more difficult. And I think this is the session where we're already going to start to hit a bit of a sort of crossroads where we have to decide how to proceed. In terms of, do we kind of stick it out with no sphere grid, or do we just kind of abandon it and move things along? So that's kind of where we're at. Now, the first test of that is not really going to be Chocobo Eater, because it's a fight that we can lose and still continue the story. So I think for that one, I'm not going to sort of give it multiple attempts to try and win and that kind of thing. Like, if we lose, we lose. It's not the end of the world. And like, the real challenge is going to be Mushroom Rock, and obviously Sin-Spawn Gree at the end of it at Operation Mi'ihen. And so that's going to be where we really start to see if, you know, we can hold up, or if we're going to need to consider some other options. So that's generally where we're at. I utilized autosave last time because I've been kind of showing the cutscenes again and enjoying the story again. It's been a while. We're going to kick things off with some of the cutscenes and stuff when we arrive into the agency. And so we'll continue from there. So I'm going to start things going for this session. Thank you all for joining me once again. And I think by the time we're ready to actually take on the boss and stuff, a few more people would have come in and we'll get rolling. So let's do it.
We rest here.
But this isn't our bed shop.
Is that a problem?
They don't believe in Yevon. And in Luca, they kidnapped Yuna.
Where were her guardians?
Oh.
Love that.
Sir Orin's just concerned about your health.
I'm not tired
One bit.
Well, I am.
The interchange there is just so damn good. And it really kind of demonstrates the dynamic, like Orin just like, yeah, I'm tired. We're going to head in and rest.
As if I could sleep.
A deal with it moment from Orin. Who whistles in this scene? That's a good question. I think it shows like Waka kind of most centrally. I always kind of thought Waka, but it could be Tidus too. Obviously, we kind of know that he's got the whistling skills, so could be Tidus too. Maybe Tidus, but I mean, my first gut reaction was Waka, but I'm not sure. Orin's my spirit animal. Okay, let's have a little.
This might be the last time we can rest like this.
Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, don't think we need any of this stuff. We have 11,000 gil. That should be enough to buy the sentry, actually. Especially if we're going to continue no sphere grid, we really need it. So by the time we're at Mushroom Rock, I think we'd be able to buy it. So I think, like, item-wise and stuff, we're doing okay. Now, one thing I have to mention is that at the end of the last session, as you guys know, I kind of did a bit of overtime and I was really in a rush to kind of finish the sesh. Had some stuff to do. So basically what I wanted to do was kind of show that cutscene and stuff. And obviously I didn't have time to do it, but the only way to then show it properly would have been to reload that autosave. And of course, as luck would have it, as bad luck would have it, over the 2 weeks since the last session, I had to fire up Final Fantasy X to quickly grab some footage for the Riku mixed tier list that I made recently. And I kind of forgot, and I overwrote the autosave. And so when I fired this session back up, like in preparation, I was like, shit, I don't have the autosave. And my most recent save was literally at the start of me hitting Highroad. So yeah, that was a bit of a fail. And it was all because I wanted to start the session with this particular cutscene and kind of enjoy that together. And I was in obviously like a bit of a rush in the last one, having gone over like my usual kind of time slot. So what I did, as you guys all probably know by now, is use something like Farplane. And I had to look through the VOD, and I made sure I kind of equalized all of these. I also equalized the sphere levels and the like the AP that I have, so this is all going to match from the last session as well. The only thing that won't match is the overdrive levels. Actually, no, I think I matched those too. Yeah, I think these match also. And so I think I matched everything, like Gil, overdrive, items, equipment also matched. So we got like an extra one of these and stuff, so I think I've matched everything up. But yeah, I had to spend like an extra 20 minutes, half an hour just kind of fixing that. It took a little bit of time, but that's why. If anyone notices anything that might be slightly different compared to the end of the last session, that's why I had to kind of basically bring it back here to continue this one. So now I can actually put a manual save in. No, it's not called Bangle. Yeah, that's one thing. I think Farplane messed up. It was basically a single slot empty thing. It wasn't called Bangle, obviously, but maybe it was called Moogle again or something, but whatever. But this is what I received on the Highroad in the last sesh. It does get a bit fiddly, like sometimes it acknowledges the change, sometimes it doesn't, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah. I gotta know what your Steam says, your playtime. It's not that high. I've played it like on and off so many different like platforms and different ways and stuff. I think it shows like 420 hours or something, but I'm certain it's way above that. Like the P-Birdman mod alone was probably like 200 plus hours easily. That obviously wouldn't be logged on Steam, and like there's other ways I played it and stuff like that. So but yeah, I think the official quote-unquote count on Steam at the moment is like 420 hours or something, but yeah, I don't think it's close to the real total. The newest Moogle name is Bangle. Okay, so I think we can just give this a go. When you start from the game launcher without Steam, it doesn't count the hours for me at least. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like it's not... one thing I am certain of is that it's a lot more than that. Okay, what are we even doing? What are we even doing here? We got, like, I don't think we got much chance here. I think we're going to get destroyed. Yeah, I think the magic gun's up there as, like, one of the most hated ones. It's pretty bad. I think stuff like the CityMorgue I also found a bit annoying as well. Like, basically anything that in monster capturing is difficult to encounter 10 of, it kind of becomes a bit of a hated encounter for me, because obviously you have to spend like extra time. So this is something that I picked up in the last sesh, so I made sure I gave myself back one of these. Yeah, my first playthrough was like over 200 hours. I think it took me like over 200 hours in that file to like beat Penance. The first one I ever had. It's so funny, like I've spent so much time like playing the Carithian mod. In my head, obviously, I'm a bit more like, what was the vanilla, like, what is this doing here? Yeah, so this one's a mistake. we'll edit this one out, hold on. I don't know what that one's doing there. I wish I picked that up in the Highroad, that would have been nice, but I think that's a little egregious. Let's get rid of that one. I'm not as experienced with like messing around with this type of equipment stuff. This one, I think. Why does it have a collab bulk there? What's happening? Is it gone now? Yeah, there you go. That's better. Okay. There's a few like little, I think this is the default weapon. Like when you try to create a new item, this is the default thing that comes up, this longsword. And so I think while I was messing around trying to create the weapons that I got in the last session, I think I missed those. And then I guess Collad Bulk becomes a placeholder once you delete it. So, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like, basically, the version of Farplane that I had, I have two different versions. I think one's the latest, version 6, and the other one's version 5. Version 6, it kept creating crashes every time I tried to create an item, but version 5 actually worked. So, yeah, it's a messy business, but thankfully, I think we're good. I think we got it. Okay. This one's still called Bangle, that's fine. We'll leave it like that, it's not a big deal. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's see how we do. Yeah, the Brotherhood and stuff should be fine. Anything that I had from before the session anyway, basically I had to load this save up and then just sprint to the end, basically. Should be fine. Hey Alicia, welcome to stream, good to see you. I think we can move things along now. Got some cutscenes to go anyway.
Whoa. Check it out. That sunset was different from the one I saw in Killiga. It was quiet, almost gentle. What you up to?
Yeah, it's a great little recall moment, the watch you up to later on in the game.
Sure is.
I wish I could live in a place like this. Peaceful. Living with a smile on my face every day.
You can, once you beat Sin, right?
Awkward laugh.
But then, a new sin will be born anyway.
Well, then you can just beat it again.
I wish I could.
Hey, you can. Trust me. You are the best summoner out there.
These conversations are so
You know?
painful.
Why does Sin always come back?
Sin is our punishment for our vanity. And it will not go away until we've atoned.
How do we do that? What did we do that was so bad in the first place? Ah. Was it using lots of Machina or something? Oh. Wait, was that such a bad thing, really?
It's funny.
Hmm?
Ever since I was young, I never questioned it. But now that you ask me if it is that bad or not, I don't know. There are so many things I don't know.
Well, then we're the same. Oh, such thinking is very unbecoming of a summoner. Sound like Micah?
Bit of a delayed laugh there, but we'll take it.
That's not very nice, you know.
You know, during a game, you have to think of Blitz and nothing else, you know?
Okay.
Okay. Cool story.
You can't think, that's a cute girl on the fifth seat from the right. And you can't be thinking about where you're gonna go on that date, because the minute you do, that's when you lose. You see, Yuna, what I mean is, you really shouldn't worry, you know? After we beat Sin, that's when you can worry about the future.
I guess.
But Yuna, how are you supposed to beat something big like that?
The final summoning. It's the only way to defeat Sin. The only way. With it, we can call the final Aeon. That's the goal of the pilgrimage. The faith of the final summoning lies waiting in the far north to greet summoners that complete their pilgrimage. At the world's edge in Xanarkand.
Some great shots here, very pretty.
In Xanarkand?
She means the ruins of a city destroyed 1,000 years ago.
You sure it's ruins?
That's what I've heard.
You'll see it for yourself soon enough. Yuna, come back inside.
Yeah, these two never literally have a private moment together in the entire game. Even the ones that seem private, there's always someone creeping / lurking.
You will go with us to Xanarkand?
Yeah, I'll go.
He sounds really happy about it.
I'll go to Xanarkand to see it with my own eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Kimari at the lake, like they never share a true moment together in private.
I knew it couldn't be my Xanarkand, but I had to make sure.
Second chance to sleep. Yeah, for me, like one of the ironies of that scene actually is that Titus does like an impression of Micah, and Titus is obviously voiced by James Arnold Taylor, who is an absolute master of impressions. If you haven't seen any of his like work like that before, you should definitely check it out. Like he has these shows where he does like all these different voices of like celebrities and other characters and all that kind of stuff. And he's like a proper chameleon. He's incredibly talented with doing like loads of different voices. So it's like if he really wanted to, if he properly listened to Micah, like he could 100%, he could pull off a Micah. Like he could make us believe that he was voicing Micah as well. And so the fact that like Titus tries to like imitate him is pretty funny. It's almost like it feels like he almost held back. Like he could have probably done an even better job, but for the context of the scene, like he didn't go too hard on it. Yeah, he's skilled enough to make a bad impression. Exactly. So let's save over again. Yeah, if you haven't seen any of his stuff like that, I highly recommend it. It's worth a watch. He's insane. Thank you. Okay. Bump into Ren.
Pinter-sa.
Sorry?
Forgive me, sir. I meant to say pardon me, but it came out in Albed.
Oh, you're in Albed.
Mm-hmm. I am Rin, owner of this establishment. Hela Dusadwi.
Huh?
It means nice to meet you.
Ah, well, Heli do sadwi to you too.
Mm-hmm. If you are interested, Albed primers can be found all over Spira. Finding them and learning our language might be fun. Here, let me give you one in commemoration of our meeting. Although you might want to be careful where you speak our language.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear Albed aren't liked much. Oh, sorry.
Adeki Krisa.
Classic Titus.
Someone help! The Chocobos!
That's our cue. Let's go.
Huh?
I always wonder.
Thank you for your help.
Wait, get that.
Huh?
Yeah, in moments like this, I always wonder who voices some of these things. Like, who did they get the line like someone help the Chocobos or whatever? Because you see it so often in these games, like the voice actors they hire for like a lot of the main roles. Like, hey, can you just throw in like a few extra lines? Just like we need a few NPC lines, like unseen characters and whatever. So was that just like, I don't know, some other like Tara Strong just happened to actually voice that line They just needed a quick line from her, and she just did that one in a different voice or whatever. I always wonder those things. Yeah, tires this confusion. Yeah, I do agree though. Like, it would have been cool if, because the only way to have obviously the entire Albed thing already figured out is if you've compiled the sphere. So it's almost like it's a built-in like New Game Plusy kind of thing. So it would be nice to have like an Easter egg kind of interaction between them that could have only happened if you already played through the game once. So it wouldn't have really been weird. So I think that would have been really cool. Like, I would have put in a different interaction even the first time they meet if you're already fluent. It would have been pretty funny. Hey there, Annabelle. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay. Shit's about to get serious. Let's see. Yeah, I'm loving Final Fantasy Tactics. Great game. But that's all I'll say about it. As I said, well, as is in the kind of overlay thing that I have at the top of these streams, I try not to discuss ongoing stuff on the channel to avoid spoilers and stuff. And to kind of keep the focus on, like, generally at least on what's being streamed. Then. Okay, I think we can just give this a go and hope for the best. I don't have high hopes for this one, but it's only one way to find out. Let's just get out there.
To the Chocobo Corral.
That, like, putting the palms out, like, I don't know. So, for this one, if we really wanted to, we could, like, let's say, grind for overdrives and stuff. Yeah, we don't have any overdrives here, but let's just give it a go. Straight in. Gonna get pushed off the cliff. So fast. Oh boy. Whew. Aha. Well, hey, that's about the best start we could have had. The punch was evaded. And it gave us the You're next. I mean, that's not bad. That could have been way, way worse. I guess let's start with the with like a dark attack. I just don't think there's any way, but we'll see. Like, especially not coming in with all the overdrive charged up and stuff. It's probably not going to happen. Oh my god, 49 damage. So bad. This is like a weapon I made. I had to make using Farplane. I'm wondering if like the Fire Strike worked properly. Is it really that bad? I forgot how bad Waka's damage was. I know it's like armored, but even with fire? Armor brings it down to a third, right? 49, 150. How much to flip him? I think it was 500 if I remember correctly. So we do have this guy as well. Let's give it a try. Given the nature of spells, would you class this first attempt as an amuse? Yeah, as I say, I have no expectations for this. Oh wow. Even with Darkness Fist of Fury hits? And I guess it was more than 500?
Cliff behind us!
Rip. How much was it? So, I think we can still Phoenix down and then just try Lulu's Fury to flip him. But I think we're already... we're quite literally on the back foot here. Let's hope this works. I showed it to Karifian actually, like when I was starting the game up, I had a few controller issues. I got like a message saying some error about X input functions or something. I had to mess around with a few things in the config file. Basically, to play Final Fantasy Tactics on the channel, for some like I'm playing on an emulator and I can't use my controller normally, so I had to download some different software. I think it might create some interference between like how Steam reads the controller or something, and some weird stuff going on, but let's hope this works. Yeah, it does. We'll take that.
Now, hit it hard and we can push it back.
Yeah, so maybe it's 500 to do the pushback. But I guess we do have one full overdrive. Let's just take it while we're here, I think. Does this have extra mods done as well as the Auto-Haste? No, it's just every enemy has Auto-Haste. It's just a nice, simple, basic, very easy mod that anyone can do. Everything has Auto-Haste. Alright, look at the turn count after this. I think, ironically, in that sense, it's worse to bring out an Aeon because it has... But can it push Aeons back? It can't push Aeons back, right? Karifian, Aeons don't get pushed back, right? I can't recall that ever happening. We'll see anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't get pushed back. He's going to get killed, but he won't get pushed back. So I think like we can push Earth Eater back, but it can't push us back. Yeah, can you imagine Yuna like got pushed off by herself and she's left down there like Via Purifico style? You're next. That's not a good sign. Ouch. Even on Ifrit. Boosh. Yeah. But hey, we got 2,200 damage out of it. That's a start. Oh boy. Yeah, just push back immediately. And I think this is where we already are finished, yep. Bye! Yeah, I think your only chance is to have every single overdrive charged up and ready, including Aeons and stuff, but yeah, that did not surprise me one bit.
Now I know I can count on you.
Give me a break. I just woke up.
Savage.
Like you did much.
It was your idea to fight that thing. If you're always so groggy, just stay awake.
Yeah, right. Thanks for the tip.
Harsh, man. Yeah, I haven't seen this scene for a while. Good. So, as I said, like, we'll let ourselves get away with this one, and we'll just kind of press on. I'm not, like... I don't intend to just go back and keep trying to beat it or anything. We're good. I've never seen this scene. That's a humble brag. Now, is there any value going down to the end of the Highroad? I don't think there is. I think we should probably just push forward. We don't need the crest right now. Yeah, okay. Everyone's great at Final Fantasy X. They've never seen this scene before. They only saw it on their first playthrough. Blah, blah, blah. We get it. Everyone just showing up in the chat. Okay, how should we set up again? Thank you, Dan. At least someone's a mere mortal like me. But for anyone who genuinely hasn't seen the scene before, or in a very long time, you're welcome. Stick with it. As a kid, I thought you were supposed to get pushed off the cliff. Fair enough. Alright, let's go. He only sells items at this stage.
Coming down to the old road was a mistake. You can't run a business with no customers. Say, can I interest you in something?
What you got? Ooh. Do we buy potions? The thing is, again, we need enough money to buy the sentry. The sentry is crucial. But isn't it also where the TKO is sold? I feel like I can't progress without buying both. I kind of need enough for both. So we might need to do like a mini grind until we have enough for that. Not sure. Hey, Lord, welcome to stream.
Are a lot of crusaders
Good to
about.
see you.
I wonder what they're up to.
Yeah, it definitely was not a smart move from Awaka to come down here. Oh my god. That's a fantastic start. Yeah, I kind of forgot how crazy this mod was. That's a rough start. Look at the pose that he's stuck in as well. 255. Could Oren do 255 in one turn? We can at least take this guy out. That's a start. We might already get a game over here. Okay, just about. The fact that he can still do that is what keeps us in. But I think as of Mushroom Rock, the one-hit KOs are basically gone. So. Ooh.
Bring it on.
Okay, since he's got the lightning ward, we can keep that. I think for now we just want to get out of here. Is this a one-hit KO? I think with the ice, maybe there's a chance. Worth a try. Basically, Petrified Tidus might serve a little bit of a role here. Like, he won't be shattered, I think. And so it might be a bit of the old Final Fantasy VIII attack-only strats, where I have a petrified character to just take some hits for me. Yeah, for now it's still no Sphere Grid, but it's looking increasingly crazy and dangerous to play it like this. Oh my god, he survived with a natural... Was that a natural 1 HP? Was it 170 or 180 that it had? Ah, okay, it was 180. Fine, but still. Whew.
Well then, what next?
Yeah, so no one-hit KO here, but Waka can finish the job. More humble bragging in the chat. Law showing off his height. Everyone's showing off today.
Moving on.
A yellow shield, wow. We have picked up a few nice little things here. So, right. Wait, what? Is that for real? That's a hell of a drop. What are the chances of that dropping? That's low. Oof. Carifian, what do you say to that? That's a low chance, surely. Eesh. Yeah, true. But until we get to Thunderplains, I guess. That's a nice drop, man. Wow. There we go. Yeah, falling down here was all part of the plan. Yeah, it would have been nice, obviously, like if one other person had it, other than Titus, because he's going to get lightning proof anyway, as you guys say. But beggars can't be choosers. Like that was a crazy drop, whichever way you look at it. So good stuff. I think we'll stick like this. Yeah, we're not going to question the luck any further. Like when you get that lucky, you take it and move on. Oh my god. We might lose this item. Holy shit. So one tactic I used to do here was to summon Ifrit in this situation. Basically, like the Jewel Horn ends up... Like these guys out-heal the Jewel Horn, I think. Something like that. I think it might be worth a try. Because I think anything else we die here, that we're not going to survive this encounter. Our only chance is to bring out Ifrit and hope that he can survive. Oof. Yeah, can you guys see why the sentry with initiative is going to be super duper important? As I've been saying, like I'm not gonna, like I'll allow myself to escape and stuff, like if it's really kind of there's no way out and stuff, but I'll try not to because it just creates more fun, like tense situations when you don't just immediately run from everything.
Will you help us?
SOS Nullblade Shield and Titus. I need to check through those. Sonic Steel will always be better than Sentry. Well, if you have Flee, then yes, it's better than Sentry, but in this playthrough, I think, because obviously Sonic Steel you can still get ambushed, so Titus will get one turn, and then basically the enemies will all get 2 or 3 turns each after that. So yeah, if you have Flee, then obviously like Sonic Steel plus Flee, that solves all your problems, but for now at least, let's just keep going here. Yeah, this is going to be... Look at these turns. 3 each. Yeah, Ifrit is pretty slow. I think he's the slowest. Is he the slowest of the Aeons naturally? He might be. Oh, well dodged. Nice. Surprised he dodged that. The way it runs over is so menacing. Just gallops over. Holy crap. This mod is insane. Yeah, it just says damages an enemy. Let's see what happens. Doesn't show any delay. I think it's Dark Ifrit. I don't think this one does it. It's more like a special type of damage. I think Protect can't reduce the damage it does or something. And it's slower for me to use. Yeah, Ixion's the magic defense king. It's just so funny because these are such like old school, like I'm pretty sure basically the first time I ever played through the game, I realized I could do things like this. Like I haven't had to resort to these kind of strategies for so long. Pretty funny. Yeah, I haven't had an update on how Voidling is doing. As I've mentioned a few times already, Voidling's been trying to do this challenge in No Sphere Grid and he's got pretty damn far in the game. But he's one of those crazy guys that's completed like some of the wildest challenges ever done on Final Fantasy X. So he's one of the absolute like S-tier elite challenge runners for this game. I'm going to speed this up. I forgot exactly how far he was, but Carithian maybe when he's got some time. I think he's the one that's again most likely to know. Because he probably also watches more Final Fantasy X content than most of you guys as well. He's not just a modder guy. He's... Oh, nice crit. Like, he keeps up with the scene. He watches a lot of content. He's just a glutton for Final Fantasy X. So I think he was the one that knew about Voidling's progress in the challenge. Yeah, that's the name, Voidling. Must be at least like 5 times over the years I've mentioned it. I always urge people to check out his channel. It is pretty like hardcore, kind of just Final Fantasy X challenge based, but he's got some pretty incredible stuff on there. He did like an own Sphere Grid Kimari only challenge, which is one of the, like it involves some of the coolest strats that I've ever seen. Why are we getting so much equipment here? What is happening? Is this like when everything's auto-hasted, their drop rate like increases or some shit? What is going on here? This is great, but like I keep getting drops. What the hell? Hey James, welcome to stream. Good to see you. Yeah, we are all, but I think Carithian in that sense is a viewer as well. He's kind of next level. He's the man. So, hold on. Let's... The drops have been pretty wild. I kind of don't want a game over now, like especially. We got the quiet thing, right? Silence touch. Damn. Wow. So, yeah, we got a... So this one is a more powerful one than usual. Hour 18, Carithian says. I still wish there was more of that stuff, like the bomb drop mechanics. Carithian, do you reckon that's deliberate or just a mistake somehow? Like, could that even be a mistake? And if it's deliberate, it's just so niche and like so rarely actually useful. I'm just kind of like, why? It's cool, but it's just like, why? I don't know. Okay, let's keep it going. I really don't want to... I don't want to die here. But depending on what we encounter, if it's ambushes and shit, we're in danger. So, let's see. This is true. Welcome to the stream, Cotillinet. Good to see you. I think let's just keep using this overdrive every time we get it. I'm just going to do this. Oops. I need to have a look. The weapons might be a little bit out of whack at the moment. As I say, I had to kind of hack in what I got in the last session. So maybe some of the names and some stuff might not match properly. Whenever you decide to use it, I won't judge you. Thank you. I think it's still coming soon. Why don't you advance your characters on the sphere grid? What's the sphere grid? What is this sphere grid you speak of? I don't know what you're talking about.
Enough.
Enough.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Okay. Try and stay healed up here. Alright. Not too far off here. District Attorney, no sphere grid. I'm surprised no one has mentioned Magic the Gathering and the Final Fantasy stuff recently. I've had so many people message me about it. Sheesh. Okay. No mercy on Waka there. But yeah, it's funny, someone shared a sphere grid card. Like, there is a card that's literally, like, about the sphere grid. And it was just like, yeah, like, you're not allowed to have that one in your deck. You're like the no sphere grid guy. But yeah, has anyone been into... Is anyone, like, already into Magic the Gathering? I hadn't even heard of Magic the Gathering until this Final Fantasy collaboration. People kept sending me stuff like, hey, you getting it? Like, all this stuff. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then, obviously, over time, as more and more people started to mention it to me, I was like, ah, okay, like...
Let's end this.
Interesting. And I have to say, like, some of the cards do look really cool. And I kind of had to give in to the hype a little bit. Just more from, like, a bit of a collection just to have it. So I brought myself the Commander deck thing for Final Fantasy X. It's got, like, 100 cards in it, and I thought it's nice for someone like me to have. Like, maybe there's a few cool cards in there. Maybe I can gift them to people or stuff like that. So I did buy myself a Commander deck, but I'm doubtful I'll ever actually play. But some of the cards did look super cool, so I kind of wanted to have them. Yeah, there we go. Definitely a bit of hype for it in the chat. Hi, Kayla. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining us. Literally playing MTG Arena. I pre-order. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's a huge pre-order. Oh my god. No, it was too much for me because I don't play the game and I'm not like super into like the collecting side of things. I was like, there's no way I'm spending like a lot of money on it. But,
Allow me.
this needs to work here, by the way. Hold on. This is dangerous. Oh my god. Yeah, we're in danger now. Ooh-wee. Good evasion. Woo. Survived. I need to focus here. That Dan's not helping me focus. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Appreciate that. But yeah, what I was going to say is that, like, from my position with the whole, like, Magic the Gathering thing, I was kind of like, in my head, I'm like, it might be kind of cool. Like, I really like some of the designs and the artwork on the cards. And I was like, in the future, right now, I've literally run out of space to display Final Fantasy X stuff in, like, my little corner that I have where I work. But it would be nice to kind of just have, like, a little display of maybe 3 cards, like, really cool ones, if I can get my hands on them. And just have it as a display for the future. Like, that's my general kind of position at the moment. But we'll see. Maybe I somehow end up playing it or something. Who knows?
Back in the fray.
Final Fantasy is the highest selling MTG product in their history. Sheesh. Wow. Hey Toby, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't have like a crazy amount of Final Fantasy X collectibles, but this one felt like it might be a good one to have in the collection. Like I might regret not getting it, so I did get a little bit of FOMO, I have to say. Now, this guy is so fast that like, this is already a problem. Let me try 1 Phoenix down, but it's going to get 3 attacks afterwards. I feel like I'm going to start going backwards unless I land a darkness on it or something. Oh man. Okay, it hit. Yeah, I needed that badly. Man, this mod is so dangerous. I think I'm still going to use the Phoenix down. Yeah, with darkness it can miss.
Whoa, sorry.
Oof. Okay. I think it's worth a power break here.
You'll hurt no one.
We need to keep hold of these nice equipment drops that we've got so far. Okay. Didn't hit this time, you bastard. I think we'll take a dark attack here. Nice. Ah, no worries. See you later, Katina. Take care. Have a good day. So much HP as well, man. Yeah, I literally, I have 2 of those animas. the figure that you're talking about. I have 2 of them. For years, I couldn't get my hands on one, and they were really expensive, and then I managed to find a couple. Kind of one thing I'd love to do one day is kind of paint one of them into dark anima myself. That'd be pretty dope. But I've not been able to do that.
Chocobo when you need one?
That's a good line. I have one sealed. Yeah. See again, I got equipment drop there. What is happening? This is nuts. Again, all the drops in this session, I have to say. Yeah, I don't have anything sealed. I'm just, as I say, I'm just not really much of a collector person. Like if I like the look of something, I get stuff to display it and to use it. That's just how I do it. So everything that I have that's quote unquote collectible is basically not in its packaging and just displayed in some way. Oh man, this one's even worse. Okay, confusion didn't hit. Oh shit, this attack is horrible. Oof. My god. I think I might have to use the overdrive here just to get me out of this. I think that's probably the safest thing to do here. Yeah. Maybe the game thinks because you couldn't defeat Chocobo Eater when you first came out, increasing creep. That would be crazy if true, but I'm like, surely not. That can't be. The huge Bahamut statue. The Final Fantasy X Bahamut, I assume. That one looked really cool. But I think it was a little bit big. I'm also like, I don't have too many big collectibles. I kind of like the smaller stuff. That's why I have the Final Fantasy X Aeons that I do have. I think they're called like the Master Collection or something. They're like really small. They're like 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters high tops. That's how I've always preferred it. Maybe if I have like a bigger space for all of that stuff, maybe, but I like to keep it relatively kind of small. More subtle. But yeah, the Bahamut one is huge. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, I'll make an exception for that Brotherhood lava lamp that I've been requesting for like 10 years. 11 years now. It'll happen someday. Okay, almost out of trouble. Whew. And that time we didn't get an equipment drop, so I guess it really has just been like some weird luck so far. Alright. Get that save in. Whew. Stressful. Alright.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm a summoner?
Sorry, ma'am. No exceptions.
You dare impede a summoner's pilgrimage?
Sorry, ma'am. No exceptions.
The nod from Barteva.
Useless.
Tell we no. Almost missed this. 2 high potions, we'll take it. Did anyone give us anything here? Okay. Yeah, if anyone remembers any NPCs that give you stuff here, definitely let me know. That those are the type of things, as I say, I tend to forget.
Gee, Captain Lucille and Elma should have been here by now.
Alright, let's get the scene going first.
Gata and Luzu reporting, sir.
This is the last of them.
Good to have you with us. Go on through.
Yeah, good point, Law. I should go maybe get the Chocobo and get the chest that I missed.
Wait around. We'll have Sin beaten in no time.
Yeah, I think we'll do a mini backtrack to the agency today. We'll have a look. Backtracking does yield rewards in this game. Like, you can get little extra cool things like dialogue and stuff. It's one of the best ways to see something you've never seen before in this game, to do backtracks.
Any donation toward Operation Mihen would be greatly appreciated.
Yes, this old thing. God's sake. Yeah, this is like, chat, if you're quick enough, you can tell me or I'm going to have to Google it. Every playthrough, I forget. This is like a moon ring or something, maybe? So if anyone knows what you get for these, let me know. I'm going to begin piping it up. Garbage, yeah. In general, I think I don't tend to get anything. Yeah, Law said moon ring too. I guess maybe I remembered that. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. The 10,000 gil one's pretty cool, but no, not for this. Okay, so what we're going to do is this... Do we have to pay this time for the Chocobo? We do, right? We gotta pay... Oh man, 1,000 gil's a lot. But maybe it's worth it for the stuff that we could get with the Chocobo, like the extra chest that we can get. Trying to remember, you get like a scout for Waka as one of the things in the chest. Lone Chocobo has heard someone is Eater. To be honest, yes, because we couldn't defeat the Chocobo Eater. They're continuing to be eaten. Eat Lance. Okay. Hey, William. Welcome to stream, by the way. Glad you could catch one. Thanks for joining us. Also, Fortune Spheres. Is it worth it? The Heat Lance, is that really going to help? Nah. I think we need the money right now. So maybe I won't. I think just in the name of seeing if there's anything interesting in backtracking, I'm just going to do it like this. So we won't get the chests, but I can at least do it this way. I'm just curious if anyone has anything different to say once you failed this. Yeah, I think it's fair to have to pay if you haven't beaten the Chocobo Eater. Very understandable. Yeah, let's see if there's any funny dialogue here. It would be kind of interesting if you could just kind of come back and have a rematch with it.
Oh, I took care of that fiend for you.
Oh. She just casually just took care of the Chocobo Eater. Are you kidding me? I'm not even sure I've had that interaction before. That's hilarious. Elmer was just like, okay, I just handled it, you weaklings. That's fantastic. Oh my god. That's got to be a new mode. That's a highlight moment right there. I need to clip that. That's brilliant.
Right now, we're charged with getting people off the high road. But you, well, you have a summoner, so you can stay.
This is so true. Elmer already has a lot of lore on this channel, and the legend only grows. That's fantastic. I love that. That's so good. Yeah, because it is a pretty obvious question. It's like, so what does happen to the Chocobo Eater? You know, like if you don't defeat it and you come back here, where did it go? What's going to happen? Yeah, I think that's the same line. Yeah, so these are the same lines as before. What about Rin?
We appreciate RinnaGuy.
Oh.
It means I thank you.
Yeah, his line doesn't change. He talks to you as if you beat the Chocobo Eater. That's pretty funny. That's fantastic. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you backtrack in this game, oftentimes it's worth it. You just see shit that you wouldn't normally have. Very few people, very, 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 very few people, I think, playing through will play it in a way where they speak to every NPC multiple times. And then once they head forward in the story, then they deliberately backtrack, speak to them all a few more times, every single one, then go forward again. Like, there's so much back and forth. And there's so much different dialogue option that I guarantee you there isn't a player that's, like, in their playthrough seen every single piece of dialogue, like, and heard them all. There's just way too many. But that's brilliant. Technically, thanks you for it. Come on, man. I think he says the same line, I think, whether you win or lose. That would be the way to tell, actually. If he has a different line, if you win, then maybe yes. Yeah. So you gotta pay. Alright, let's get back out there now. Wait, was there a chest around here? Just a quick check. No. Yeah, I'm trying to put off Mushroom Rock as long as I can, but I have to face the music and head out there now. I think it's worth... I need to check like how much the Sentry and the TKO cost. I think that it's going to be a problem. It's going to be very expensive. So we need to have a look and see what our options are going to be, because that's one thing where it might be worth a bit of a mini grind, honestly. So let's just have the cutscene. Wait. Yeah, have the cutscene and then try and get through. Yeah, I definitely can't buy both.
I'm sorry.
Can we speak to this person before he interrupts?
Thank you for your
I think this person maybe gave you something, but that's afterwards, I think.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fine. So then we have to leave. And then we have the scene with Seymour. It's totally not foreshadowing. This totally innocent music. Seymour!
Yes?
You look troubled. Is there anything I can do?
Well...
The shot.
I see.
Maester Seymour, let me show you to the command center.
Hold. I have a request.
Yes, Your Grace.
I need to have Summoner Yuna and her guardians let through to the command center.
But Maester Seymour... Maester Seymour, sir.
Do not worry. I will take full responsibility.
Very well, they may pass.
Yeah, same Alexa, to be fair. I wouldn't say, like, shocked, but I wasn't, like, immediately picking up on it.
Done.
Oh, thank you, Your Grace.
Yuna, it's time to go.
Oh, right.
Who does he think he is?
He's a maester. Better get used to it, yeah?
Rejected. Get wrecked. Okay, so we can now progress forward. It's good to have friends in high places, right? Now, let's just... towards Mushroom Rock first. Let's see what the situation is. This person gave you something, right? No? I swear they did. Seymour, I think he's like 27. There isn't a crazy age gap in that sense. Obviously, Yuna's very, very young. 27, 28? Yeah, something like that.
All hail, Maester Seymour.
For a 17-year-old, obviously, is like, no, but in general.
Brave crusaders of Spira, protectors of all Spira. Believe in the path you have chosen. Let faith be your strength. I, Seymour Guado, Maester of Yevon, will bear witness to your deeds today.
Sir! What's going on?
The
Why
expression.
is Maester Seymour back in the Crusaders, eh? They're using Albed's Machina. They're violating the teachings.
Even going against the teachings, they're willing to risk it for the greater good. Waka, I think Maester Seymour sees that too.
Lulu?
I can only speculate.
Ask him yourself.
He is the troublemaker after all.
Ah, Sir Oran. It is an honor. I would be most interested in hearing what you've been doing these past 10 years.
I've got nothing to say about it.
I see. Sir Oran must be a great asset as a guardian.
Your Grace.
Please, there's no need for formalities.
Excuse me. Maester Seymour, why is your lordship present here, sir?
Please, speak as you normally would.
Isn't this operation against the teachings of Yevon? Aren't you gonna stop them?
It's true. I should.
Mm-mm.
However, both the Crusaders and the Al-Bhed truly wish peace for Spira. This Operation Mihen was born from that wish they share. Although it may be sacrilege to Yevon, their intentions are pure. And I, Seymour Guado, the person, not the Maester of Yevon, as a denizen of Spira, I wish them well in their endeavor.
But using Machina, that's bad, isn't it?
Pretend you didn't see them.
Beg your pardon, but that's not something a Maester should say.
Then pretend I didn't say it.
You're kidding.
From the first time I laid eyes on him, I never did like Seymour. But you know, some of the things he said that day, they made a lot of sense to me.
Like any good villain. They always, some aspect of it always makes a little bit of sense, but then they always have to just take it too far.